Okay, so we get a lot of questions about the work we do, and people have a lot of opinions about how to apply it, and a lot of epiphanies when they hear us speak or they follow our content. And so we decided to put all of those things together in a series we are calling Am I Wrong? So today, each of us is going to bring a story from an individual in our audience, and you and I are going to discuss, are they wrong or not, and kind of give our wisdom to it. Okay?
All righty, let's hear what Danielle and Danielle have to say about this letter. So the reader says, I'm a 49-year-old nonprofit director, a wife and mom of two. Everyone calls me the rock, but lately I feel more like sand, just trying to hold my shape while everything keeps shifting. I
She poetic.
pray, I journal, I serve, but instead I'm tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. I can't tell if it's burnout or something deeper. I've been to so many funerals, but the one I didn't prepare for was the death of my joy. I still smile and lead, but I don't feel connected to myself anymore. How do you even start to grieve something you can't name? Tired of being the strong one.
Come on. Listen, that's our
Is
listen.
she
Am I wrong? No. So short, no.
wrong?
No, come on, Danielle. Tell us why she's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, for one, it's very common, but because we have been taught to wear the mask, to be this strong face, to be the leader, that we don't even acknowledge it, admit it to ourselves, but we also just add more weight to the issue with all the energy we expend trying to act like everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So no, she is not wrong. I know the two of us have talked about it even in our own lives of having that same, even cultural, even spiritual, like all of these embedded beliefs around how you're supposed to be that put you in a state of having unnecessary, invisible weight that you're carrying when you don't have to. Put it down, girl.
Mm-hmm. She's talking about intangible loss, right? One of the reasons why we do this work is, first of all, people don't realize that grief is cumulative, right? You don't arrive in any moment, like wherever we are today is a collection of every boulder, every pebble, and every rock that we carry in our backpack. And so, yeah, when we have these feelings, we're not taught that it's okay to say, I'm not okay. I know that as a woman of color, and we talk about this often, like there was a period of time in my life that I only felt like I could slow down if I was actually sick. Like there had to be something physically wrong, or I would keep pushing because I did not honor my mental health or the emotional load. In some settings, we even call it the invisible load of whatever people expect of you. And so I would definitely say she's not wrong. She's actually very insightful. And one of the things that we try to do is we try to give people names for the intangible experience that she's having. She knows it's something, but she don't know what to call it. And we know she can call it grief because when she calls it grief, there's a list of things we give ourselves permission to feel when we're grieving, which is why it's important to call things grief when they are grief so that part of your brain can really catch up with, girl, you do need to take a moment. So, I mean, it's common. Um, it is, I was gonna say prolific, right? Because a lot, I feel like a lot of us struggle in that way.
Yeah, and the other piece that came to mind for me when you were talking is the physical aspect of all of this. And the first one to congratulate yourself about to the writer is that your body told you something ain't right, girl.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
You in
instead of
trouble,
us
girl.
seeing it as being wrong, it's like my body is literally letting me know you're not okay.
Mhm.
And so that is what gets your attention, hopefully, maybe, because sometimes it won't. I mean, we can live with chronic pain. We used to it, right?
We do. We have a high threshold of pain, right?
And we make it normal. It's like it is what it is. So let's just keep pushing through. Like, hey, that ain't heavy enough, I guess. Put another one on there. I can carry it. Let me show you. So that physical aspect of your body, like being in tune enough with your body to know when it's telling you something, is miles ahead of where some people are in terms of their healing journey. But the other aspect of that we bring to this work is that there are things you can do to calm your body, to get that sympathetic, parasympathetic system operating in a
Oh,
way that actually is leading towards health and healing and not towards dis-ease. And I say dis-ease with the pause because it's not just physical disease, but anytime you're not in harmony, when that equilibrium is off physically, emotionally, spiritually, you have dis-ease. And it manifests in different ways. And it can be just your outlook. And like you said, because we don't necessarily give ourselves permission to incorporate that as grief, we like, well, I'm in a bad mood or I got an attitude about this. And temporarily, cool, that's fine, everybody. But when your normal disposition, when you show up in whatever space you're in, people have to walk on eggshells around you, or they're like, oh, she just like that. No,
yeah.
unacceptable. You're not giving your best self. Like, you came into whatever it is you're doing usually because you felt a very strong calling towards a certain vocation. You feel like, I want to walk in my purpose.
Mhm.
But you're not doing that when you're showing up holding a whole bunch of negative emotions and negative energy. And usually because we don't know what to do with them, not because we just want to be mean and ornery.
Yeah. I mean, but also we're not actually told that it's okay, right?
Mhm.
Like and the analogy that comes to my mind has to be that one of my god babies needed glasses when she was like not even 2 years old, right? And so she used to hold her head a certain way, and we thought she was like sassy. We really were like, oh, look at her with a little attitude. She tilting her head at us every time we saying something. Child, the poor baby couldn't see. And it took like, I don't know how they test baby sights or whatever, but they checked her eyesight and she needed glasses. And when she put her glasses on in the eyeglass store, the way she looked around the whole place, like her head was looking around. And the first thing she said was like she saw candy canes across the room. And she was like, this is candy. And we laughed and laughed. But now I think about she didn't know that she couldn't see because no one said this is what things look like. And
Right.
so people don't know when they're grieving because we need to tell them this is what grief looks like. And the minute she was able to see clearly or knew, or like the minute they know that it's grief, now you can think about your baseline differently. I think people don't see that it's grief because number one, we're not telling them. And culturally speaking, we weren't allowed to feel things that other cultures were allowed to feel. So that comes from layers upon layers of conditioning and the undertones of colonizing and all of that stuff. And listen, honey, you don't know the half, right? So, um, and so what we realize is let's just tell folks what it's called. That aha moment, I had you looking like across the room, like, oh, I see now. I see now.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I feel like we are putting glasses on folks. Like, so you thought it was blurry. I paused because I might be the last one to hear this story because I be seeing the news stories afterwards, and I tell the kids, my adult kids, like I'm excited, and they were like, "Mom, that been out." But am I listen, am I wrong? Isn't it Steve Curry who just got glasses and it turns out he needed glasses all this time?
Oh, I don't know.
I saw a little short that said, so if the story is true, we're gonna put down at the bottom the story is true. But the man been killing it in the game.
Wow.
And
And can't
he
see.
he needed glasses. You don't know what something is unless someone tells you, you know. So anyway, child, what's her name? Tired, but what?
Oh, tired of being the strong one.
Tired of being the strong one? Listen, you ain't wrong, honey. You are aware. Let that awareness lead to you getting help and support.
Yeah. And know
Okay.
that you can always shift the narrative.
Yes,
It's never
ma'am.
too late.
Yes, I love it.